off campus is always difficult. I'm not going to lie. Like Twitter is one of my dream companies. The fundamentals of computer science. Like,
welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So first of all, happy Independence Day to each and everyone. So in today's podcast, again, I'm going to present an inspirational story in front of you guys about a student who is coming from a tier 3 college and she cracked Twitter as her first job. And this is really amazing because in my time when I was in college, I was like, okay, I just should have a job. I wasn't thinking about those mind-blowing companies, but this is definitely very motivating that she cracked a company like Twitter. So we will be discussing about her journey, her experience, and what all things she followed in between to land into a company like Twitter, how she was preparing for the interviews, and most important question would be like, how did she get these kind of opportunities? So that's why this podcast is going to be really informative for you, and at the end you will get to know about a very amazing job profile, DevOps or site reliability engineer. So this kind of discussion we will be having, so watch this podcast till the end, and if you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and press the notification icon, and also don't forget to like and share this video. And guys, we all know to crack good product based companies, one thing is really important, and that is data structures and algorithm. And here is the platform Coding Ninjas, which can help you in that journey, and they are really popular for their content, their course quality, and efficient teaching assistant support. So let me quickly show you the kind of courses they have prepared for you. So if you want to start everything from the beginning, they have courses in different languages for the DSA and programming. Those languages are like C++, Java, Python, and they've also prepared the courses for the core subjects like operating system, and most importantly, the competitive programming course where you can improve your problem solving skills. Apart from that, they have courses for the development side as well, that too with the new and updated tech stacks like Node.js, React.js, and many others. And if you are a data professional, you want to make your career into the big data domain, then they have the advanced courses like the premium courses for the machine learning and data sciences, similarly for the full stack development and Android development with Kotlin. So definitely you can see they have created amazing quality courses. So if you want to land into your dream job, then you can start your journey with Coding Ninjas today. To enroll yourself in these courses, you can use the link which is in the description, and you will get extra 20% discount on top of the early bird discount. So just grab this opportunity and register yourself for these amazing courses as soon as possible. So let's quickly jump on to our podcast part. Thank you so much, Khyati, for joining this podcast, and I'm really happy to have you on my channel. So first of all, I would ask you to introduce yourself to my audience and what is your academic background.
yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me. And hey everyone, my name is Khyati, and I recently completed my bachelor's degree in computer science from a college named Pandit Dindayal Energy University, which resides in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. And currently, I work as site reliability engineer at Twitter.
So Khyati, you talked about your college. So in which category it is? Is it a tier 1 college, tier 2, or tier 3?
Yeah, it's a tier 3 college actually.
Now it becomes more interesting because coming from a tier 3 college and landing into such a great company. So like, how did you cover this journey from like a tier 3 college to Twitter? What all things helped you in between for this journey?
Yeah, so there are like a lot of different things that helped me reach where I am right now, and I'll just point few things which I think are very main and guided me in the right path. So
Yeah.
for me, my journey started with open source. I have been a very active open source contributor since 3 years, and I have done 4 internships till now, and all of them have been on open source. One of the main good things about open source is that it's the huge community that it has, and like people are really very helpful. So like there are many past mentees, there are mentors, then project maintainers, and you can just reach out to any one of them regarding any doubts. Like just not be specific directed to their projects. It's like something even the career related, right? So like the past mentees, like they have also gone through the same path, and you can actually ask them that how did you like how this helped you, and how you reached where you are right now. So their journeys are also very motivational and gives you a straight path to like what you can follow, and you can reach somewhere that you want to be. So I think that has helped me in that way, that like I used to be obviously like very confused as to where I can go or what I should follow, but looking like when you have fellow people to help you and guide you, you
Yeah.
are able to.
Like for the tier 3 college of a student who is studying in a tier 3 college, so how difficult was it for you to get the interview opportunities? As you already said, you have done the like around 3 4 internships, mostly for the open source contribution, but still like when you were looking for the job opportunities, full-time job opportunities, how difficult was it for you to get it?
Yeah, applying off campus is always difficult. I'm not going to lie, and there are so many candidates applying, and getting your resume specifically picked and getting asked for an interview is like very difficult, obviously. And but one thing that helps is referrals. Like, doesn't really guarantee you that you will definitely get an interview, but
Mm-hmm.
it does help sometimes. And for me, I used to just go on LinkedIn, add people. I just keep sending connection requests and just spam a referral message. And obviously not everyone actually replies to you, but there are few
Mm-hmm.
people who would reply to you and refer you. And not always all referral go successful. I'm like, for many times I do not hear back, but for few I have heard back, and I'm like, I always like, even if I get rejected, I'll keep them posted. I used to keep them posted saying that yeah, this happened. And also for interviews as well, I would reach out to people from the company itself, like who would have recently interviewed, like recently
Okay.
joined, so they know what the current interview pattern is like, and what type of questions that are currently asked, what pattern that they followed, like what kind of structure that they are following, so I can
Mm-hmm.
also follow.
Follow-up question here, like let's say somebody wanted to refer you, like you were reaching out to different people, so did they find your profile interesting to refer, or it was just like she's is about to graduate and I should actually help her? So what kind of mentality was there? I mean, what do you think?
I think maybe like most of the referrals, I think they focused on either your resume, that either your resume should be good so that like the
Mm-hmm.
referral does not get wasted. And another thing, I think they focus on the code force profile as well. Like I saw
Okay.
few of the people would used to be like, no, I like, can you share your code forces profile instead, or competitive
Okay.
programming platform, like any of the competitive programming platforms profile. So I think these are the major two factors that people follow while they want to refer you. So like,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously they get a lot of different DMs asking for reference, and it should instead go for someone who is prepared right now rather than someone who is not that prepared.
Okay, Khyati. So next question would be for the interview opportunity with Twitter. I just want to know about, because the conversation I had, you talked about the interesting part of it, like directly pinging the manager designation guy, and you got the opportunity. So what was that story?
Well, first of all, actually, I didn't know that he was manager, and I don't know. Like, I used to always check profiles, but I didn't really check his profile somehow. But I was actually
Okay.
very much interested in SRE, so I saw that there were openings for SRE role, and I just wanted to. I was like Twitter is one of my dream companies, so that I should like, maybe if it at least get an interview. So I
Yeah.
pinged my manager, who is like currently my manager, and on LinkedIn, and just I showed him my interest, that showed him like interest for the specific role, and how my experience are relevant to this specific role. And like, he just
Yeah.
asked me to drop my resume on his mail, like just email him this my resume, and I just got the call on the same day itself, which was really very great. I was actually not expecting it.
I think we can talk more about the interview as well in the Twitter, because it may help other freshers as well who are like targeting companies like Twitter. So, how was the interview in general interview process like in the Twitter for the freshers actually?
Yeah, so well, the interview process was just like any other companies. There were like four different interviews. Like, first was the phone screen down, and there were three on-site interviews. The phone screen
Okay.
down and the one on-site interviews were focused on DSA, like data structures, like only data structures were asked. Whereas in the another technical questions was specific about the fundamentals of computer science, like for example, operating system, computer networks, DBMS. Like, they would actually ask you a question, and you have to write a SQL query, and also some database management related concepts. And
Okay.
because for me it was I was specifically interviewing for SRE role. Like generally when you apply, you do not
Mm-hmm.
really know your role, but I
Yeah.
already knew which team I wanted to be in. So there were, and because I had relevant experience, they asked me some specific SRE specific questions as well. And
Okay.
in the final round was a behavioral round with the manager, which just checks if you are an actual team fit. And yes, so that's just it about it. This is the process, and they actually like to focus not only just on DSA, but also
Mm-hmm.
want to check if all your other computer science fundamentals are.
So, how did you find your interest for the DevOps or site reliability engineer domain? Because, like, as a fresher, mostly folks are like inclined toward the SD. So, what did happen with you that you choose DevOps SRE instead of typical SD profiles?
It was because of my internships. I interned with the CNCF and worked on the Thanos project, and after that, as a part of my academics, I interned at Red Hat for 6 months, and there also my project was on DevOps domain. So
Okay.
I actually, to be honest, I also didn't really know. I also wasn't much aware about the SRE domain. But
Mm-hmm.
this while working on such projects, I began to gain some interest, and I started to feel like I can actually start my career on this specific area, because I was finding it really very interesting. So after working on the Thanos project, is was it was a kind of a game changer for me. Till up till now, I was just I had done 2 internships before that, and those internships were specifically on kind of full stack developer specific. And whereas in this was something completely very new to me and was very challenging, and I really liked it. And that was one of the major reason that in Red Hat, when they asked me for a specific area, like on what project or team that I would like to join, I specifically mentioned a DevOps project. Like I knew that this team is specifically working in that area, so I
Mm-hmm.
began to show my interest. I told my manager that I want to actually be a part of this team and not this team, and I started working on this. And like this is how I developed my interest on DevOps.
Can you also talk about what are the actual role and responsibilities of a SRE? What kind of things they used to do?
See, I'm also actually new to this whole SRE domain, but for me, so far the experience has been, I can see that the main responsibility, or the main thing that they function on, is automating all the IT operations. Like for example, the first internship that I've worked on, Thanos, is actually a monitoring application. Like this is something that monitoring, as a sense you can actually monitor your software, if you can already know if there would be any potential network issues or any bug or anything. So you can actually
Yeah.
monitor your software. And apart from and even my second internship was actually about ensuring that there are multiple engineers who commit daily, right? So there would be some changes
Yeah.
that would affect someone others changes, and you cannot actually go
Mm-hmm.
manually have someone go and work on that, because it's very tedious and very tiring. So I worked on adding worked on the CI/CD pipeline. I understand the fellow juniors would actually not understand, the viewers would actually not understand
Yeah.
this concept, so I'm elaborating and explaining. So this is something that I have worked on and have experience. So up for me now, I can just see, or can say that it's mostly about automating and ensuring that the system is up, the reliability, in the sense it is reliable, system is up. And
For the, at least for the tier 3 college, it becomes very difficult to get that kind of environment where people are discussing about these things. So how can someone get to know about these things and start with the open source contribution?
first of all, I would actually say that there are multiple YouTube videos available now, and which can explain you
Mm-hmm.
everything in very detail, because there are actually experts who would be telling you their journey and also a few points that you can follow. I can just
Mm-hmm.
share my own journey, that few points that I followed and could be helpful to any one of you. First of all, for me, what I used to follow is
Yeah.
that I would actually try to find all the different projects that that belong in that domain or technology that I'm interested in. So like actually, I could see that in the summer, this Excel sheet was very popular on LinkedIn, like actually everywhere, which contained all the different projects specific. Like for every domain or technology, you can find all the different projects listed which are under like in GSOC. So like I think that helps a lot. Like you do not actually
Mhm.
have to like go and check. Like earlier, you actually had to uh, specifically go to the site and see things and understand. Whereas in that, like now it's very like open source culture has grown and people are helping. So I think you can follow
Yeah.
their Excel sheet and find a specific project which is in the area that you are interested in. After you have picked any project, you can like start with like any issue which are tagged as beginner level or easy on, or you can just like, if you can't actually find a specific issue, you can just ping someone on the Slack channel. Like first of all, yeah, this is very important, that you should definitely join any of the communication medium that specific project maintainers follow for the discussion
Okay.
or anything, so that you can post your questions or anything on the public channel. And do not feel shy. Like this is something I used to feel very shy, and I used to feel that I'm very dumb, I'm asking such questions. But do not actually, this is like, people are really very very helpful, and you won't learn until and unless you ask. And obviously
Yeah.
please refrain from asking such like any questions related to the issues that like after like finally, if you have picked up any issues and you are facing any problem, you shouldn't like just directly DM the project maintainers, because they are just not working on this project. They also actually have a job, and
Yeah.
they might not be free at that time. So I would suggest rather post your questions on channel so that other people can help you, because like there are so many different people and anyone
Yeah.
can read it and anyone can help you, and no one is going to think otherwise about you. They would actually consider you as, like someone who is actually trying. And
Yeah.
until and unless you actually try, you won't succeed, right? So this is something that you can follow. And
Okay.
like rather like slowly and gradually you will be able to understand more about the project, maybe even become a maintainer or something. Like I know a few people who actually started some like this, and like before this GSOC or outreaches, they used to like already start contributing 3-4 months ahead, and now like this they continued even after their GSOC internship over, and now have become maintainers. So do not shy around. They like everyone starts with multiple questions, and now they are a better place.
So before wrapping up this session, I have just one last question for you. That is nothing, just from your side, what would be the last motivational words for your fellow juniors? Because you have come a long way, you have covered a really great journey. So what would you suggest to them?
I would just say that you won't achieve anything until and unless you try. Like even like just believe in yourself, because when I was in first year or even in second year, I wouldn't have ever believed I would be over here. Like my first ever job would be actually in Twitter, and
Yeah.
like I like please do not let yourself down if you face any rejections. Like you will face multiple rejections. I still do. And
That's
like
true.
just to feel like just to make you feel better, when I started, I actually applied for a Rails Skull summer of code, and I was rejected. Like I actually spent a lot of time on that project, and I actually spent like 3-4 months on that, and I was very devastated when I wasn't selected. But I didn't let myself down. I was like, I'll apply for outreach next time.
Hmm.
And I actually I couldn't believe when the list came out, and it had my name, and I was actually very happy. So I was just like, let that one rejection let me down. So I would just suggest
Hmm.
that please keep pushing yourself, and you will see results slowly, but you will see results, and you will reach somewhere that you want to be. But just please keep trying, and let rejections not get in your head.
So that was all about this podcast, guys. I hope whatever Khyati has shared with us and her experience will definitely help you. So we can definitely learn a lot of things from Khyati. So that was all about in this podcast, guys. I hope you would have enjoyed the entire conversation with Khyati and whatever experience she had shared with us. So if you did, then make sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe the channel, press the notification icon. I'll see you guys in the next weekend with amazing podcasts. So stay tuned. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.